going on, guys? So these are two competitors in what I have called the Elite Worthy Fantasy Football League. I've had the league for a few years now. These guys have been a part of it. Just want to ask them a couple of questions on their, I guess, evaluation of this upcoming season. Obviously, we all know that it's been a little different with the COVID-19. So, Byron and Steven Chrisman, father and son, both Dolphin fans.
Of course.
We'll start with you, Steven. Tell me something that you've done differently than most years as far as like your evaluation, your scouting, with no preseason, COVID-19. What's something that you've done different, man?
I've actually downloaded more apps, Googled more, depth charts, rosters, moves, stuff like that. And I haven't really watched ESPN as much this year as I usually do. I've done it more just research on the internet, looking on my phone.
So more research on your phone, more of your own research, basically, because a lot of people are reliant on ESPN or NFL Network. Yeah. That's kind of the common thing.
Sometimes I think they take their opinions too much instead of having their own.
Okay.
So I like to kind of have my own too.
I haven't watched ESPN in about a year.
Yeah, I don't watch it like I used to.
It definitely is different. Yourself, how are you?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. Been online a lot.
Online?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with COVID, how do you think that affects fantasy?
I think it affects it quite a bit. I mean, especially players opting out and then no preseason, no warm-up, for players. Players might get hurt a little bit more easier this year without having that competition before. And especially the opting out, I think that a lot of teams are going to hurt from certain players opting out, multiple players opting out this year.
You think the Patriots, I guess you're referring back to the Patriots, do you think the Patriots will do worse now?
Yeah, I think they will.
Because they've had how many guys did they have?
Like 11 last I heard.
Something like that.
11 guys opt out of the season, all due to COVID.
Especially their defense.
Yeah, a lot of their defense players, a lot of their key defensive players.
Right. I mean, it is different, and as we've explained, and I guess I'll explain it once again, is this year we're doing it a little different, where we're going to play 9 weeks. Well, we hope to play 9 weeks. At 9 weeks, if week 9 ends, everybody's money that we paid in today will be officially in the pot. And if the season ends on week 10, whoever's leading at that point, even if there's a tie at the number 1, everybody after 9 weeks would have played each other at least once. So there will be a game break or a game tie breaker or whatever. Based off your one-on-one. Right. So say you two are tied at 8-1, but y'all played each other and you beat him or vice versa, you would be first and then you would be the second place. Yeah. And you would take all the money even though there was no playoffs. And that's just kind of the safety blanket I guess we're dealing with right now because unfortunately with COVID it's like you don't know what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. What y'all's take on like the whole some teams are allowed fans and some teams aren't allowed fans? Does that affect your draft?
Not mine.
No, not my draft. I mean, it might affect the teams or whatever because they don't have their 12th man in the stands or whatever during certain game situations, but I don't think that's really going to contribute to my thought.
Not your thought. I mean, some teams feed off of the crowd. Yeah. I feel like Seattle.
Yeah.
The Chiefs. Packers.
Raiders.
The Raiders might.
I think they all do to some extent. Like say Seahawks 12th man. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's. It really hasn't affected my evaluation on players.
I didn't even think about it. Yeah.
It crossed my mind obviously because it's like things are different now, and even down to just the players.
Yeah, talking about the COVID thing. Who knows who might come down with it and be out for a while. Or suspended games, just like they're doing in baseball.
See, and that's the tricky question is, would they suspend games like baseball? Because baseball has so many games to, suspend.
Yeah,
whereas football, it's like, do you extend the season if you suspend games? Or what? You see? Yeah. Or do you just say next man up? Or if it affects the team, a forfeit?
That's how I was thinking. If it affects the full team, it's a forfeit. If it's a player like Tom Brady, you're gonna have to put in Josh Rosen.
Yeah, like I don't know.
I'll go with that.
Yeah.
I think that too, and that's what makes this season a little bit more interesting than seasons in the past. Is just how do you go get backups now?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
go for a
yeah,
handcuff.
hell yeah.
I'm going for handcuffs on certain players. For
Right. You could, and usually you'll do that most for like your running backs and stuff, but now it's like every position,
Yeah.
defenses and kickers and
Like a lot of times I haven't liked to carry a backup kicker or defense and just play it whenever my bye week comes, but now am I able to do that? Because if
Exactly.
something happens, like with my kicker, what am I going to do? Am I going to drop one of my players that I really don't want to drop to be able to pick up a kicker because he's got COVID?
hmm it's different.
I saw they have that IR slot on there this year. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
I
helpful.
like that.
See, and I was thinking, you're talking about the teams, right?
Like on fantasy.
Oh,
On
fantasy has.
fantasy, there's an IR slot now.
ESPN's added an IR slot.
Oh, I
coming
was
up.
gonna see that was I hadn't looked at that though.
Really?
I
Yeah.
didn't know that
That's
because I was gonna pitch the idea of adding one more bench slot to allow everybody one extra player.
Yeah, it's an IR slot, so if they're out for that week, you can put them in IR
And
and
then
then
pick
pick
up
somebody
free
up off
agency.
waivers. Yeah.
Oh
That
wow,
makes
that's
sense.
pretty.
Until they get off IR and then
Which I don't think, if you could change it, I don't think it'd even be a bad idea to make 2 IR spots. If
Okay,
anything. Which one is still cool.
I
mean,
think I would
one's
just
better than
allow
none.
one, and maybe add the bench player.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know that was a thing. Now
Yeah,
it's
I
tough.
didn't know until whenever I signed up, whenever you sent the thing, whatever, I saw it on there, like how many players of what position and
cool.
everything, and it said 1 IR slot.
That's kind of cool
That's
because
cool. Yeah.
that's
It-
what my biggest fear was, and that was the proposition of the bench player was to not allow you to have to drop a main
main
guy.
player.
right.
That would be the worst thing because yeah, he's out for a week or two or whatever, but why would it doesn't benefit the league in a whole if you're out of the game because you had to drop that guy.
Yeah,
Right.
like last year, Drew Brees was out for 5 weeks, but you had to drop him to pick a quarterback.
Yeah,
Now you don't have
but
to
this
drop
is a
him.
little.
Not me, I had 3 quarterbacks.
So
No,
it's
it
like
makes
crazy.
that's super cool. So
Now,
for
if you're-
everybody that doesn't
now,
know
if
that,
if your number one pick comes down with COVID and they're, who knows how long they'll be out, a month, 6 weeks, put
okay.
them on your IR slot.
Well, I mean,
I always
that's-
thought an IR slot would be cool anyways for some of these players that are out for 8 weeks or whatever due to an injury but come back, but
see,
I
I'm
never
wondering
really thought
if
about it
it's
being on
for
there.
any injury. I would assume so, right?
I
Yeah.
would think so.
IR injuries.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah.
That's what I love about fantasy. There's new stuff always, you know.
Yeah, you always can make a big.
I didn't even know that you could add bench slots.
Yeah, you can do whatever. You
Right.
can see. I was talking to him that a popular thing that's been happening recently is a lot of leagues are trying out the super flex, which means you can allow a quarterback in there to be a flex player. So a lot of people are doing that. I don't really like it right now.
I'm not crazy.
Would I
about
try
that,
maybe a free league and attempt that with nobody, like, you know?
yeah.
I'd probably try it, see how it works, but for now I wouldn't even touch that idea.
It would pretty much be a quarterback.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's for to play 2 quarterbacks
Right.
instead of 1. But yeah, you can even take away bench players. You can have, I think the minimal is 5, but you can have like up to like however many pretty much.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I thought that was going to be my idea. Okay, so this is my final question, and we can end on this note. Is there any successful fantasy season if you don't win? If you don't win, is it successful?
I say so. Last year was successful for me, and I didn't win.
Last year successful for me too.
I
I
had-
But you
I had-
won.
I had a blast. It was
Yeah,
great
it-
competition.
It's always fun, but I mean, main goal is to win for me.
Okay.
I mean,
What place
it's-
did you end up
it's
in?
it's for me too to win. I wound up in 3rd.
Okay. So you had a good time, even though, and it was
Oh, yeah.
success. Okay, well that's fair because you're the first person that said it's good without, or at least for me, I think,
I
the
think
same.
it was good too. How you said it was good. Fucking competition every week. You had to bring
That's
your fucking
true.
A game.
You know, you're
It,
talking about-
it was fun
talking
the whole
about
time.
Ties at week 9 last year.
There was
it
like
might have been a 6-way
4-way
tie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is we're gonna start with the head to head, and then if y'all, I don't know how that it would have to. There's gonna be a head-to-head, and I doubt there's gonna be a tie.
Yeah.
If there's 3 people.
Well,
But if
remember
there was
last
3
year-
people, then maybe we would go to points.
But remember last year we tied in the championship how it does 2 weeks.
Oh,
1
yeah.
week we got the exact same score down to the decimals and
Yeah.
everything.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
They do the decimal so you don't get tied.
I know, and
What
then
the
we
fuck?
tied 1
Yeah,
week.
it was crazy. All right. Well, I want to say thank you guys. And looking forward to today's draft,
Yeah,
but I
same
also
here.
am looking
Me
forward
too.
to the rest of the season.
Me too. Appreciate you having us year after year to come back.
Of course.
I was gonna say these are like the ones that return every year.
Yeah, these are the
Like,
goats.
You got
right
the
here.
top 3 teams last year right here in this room, so.
So-
I was the
Don't get me
bottom
wrong.
end.
Don't get me wrong. I'm in it to win it.
Oh yeah. So, all right, guys, we're gonna bring on some more guests. Be right back. What's up, guys? Another guy, another contestant in the Elite Worthy League. What's going on, Lucas?
Not a whole lot, man.
Not a whole lot. You excited?
Oh yeah.
What is your thought right now?
Well, based off of how the day started, not too good.
Oh, okay. Let's see. On a draft, some people have preferences. Some people will go no. If they have a choice to pick where they can draft in the rounds, some people like early in the rounds, late in the rounds, middle of the rounds. Where do you like to draft?
First, for sure.
You want to be first?
I like to be the first one. I like to get the top pick. Usually, I mean, like, whenever they say that, like, the top person is, like, you know what I mean? Like, whenever, like, these fantasy people, like, whenever they do, you know, their, like, mock drafts and stuff like that, usually, like, the ones that they pick, I think, are right.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, the most common ones, like Lamar Jackson or, like, Patrick Mahomes, I think, like, those are, like, your go-tos, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I want to be the first one to get them versus being last, you know what I mean? Getting kind of like an all-right quarterback. Because those are, like, your go-tos, your quarterbacks, your receivers, and your running backs are all, like, your point getters, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's my opinion, I don't know.
No, you're good. I mean,
Well, by the looks, we're probably not getting first.
No, yeah.
That's 3 that are getting first.
You-
oh, well, no, I'm in the middle. I'm right in the middle of the times.
So you think? I won't say their names, but you don't think the other 3 gay boys are?
No, they're. I mean, see, me preferably, I want in the middle. I want like a 5, 6, maybe a 4, or 7. I would even take the 4 and move it to an 8 because I don't like the front of the pack.
Yeah.
I don't like the spacing between where I draft in the first round and then late second round.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
But everybody has their preferences.
I know. I just wherever I'm landed, I land. I don't give a fuck.
Because I feel like it's somewhat even too, and now that you think about it, yeah, you get the first best player. Whoever you evaluate as the best player, and then in the second round, you last, but then you get to pick right after that. So you get 2, 3 top 21 players.
Yeah, you're right there.
So, I don't know.
No, I agree with you. I think, like, when you get that last pick, you get someone still pretty good. But then the next round, you get someone right off the bat, you know what I mean? So you get kind of like a double pick.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's how it usually operates. I don't know if that's how we're doing it or...
Yeah.
No, that's how we'll do it. So
Yeah.
that's how we did the whole gaming thing just now is basically whoever has the fastest time will be
Yeah.
the winner.
So one will, if whoever's one will get 1, and then you'll get like 21 or whatever it is, or I think that's gonna go with you.
Yeah.
And then you'll get 22. And then
So it'll be snaked. So you'll go this way, then go back, and then go back, and then go back. So I don't know. What would you consider a solid year? Like, let's just talk regular season. What would be a good year for you this year?
Like,
13 solid weeks of regular season.
just efficiency, I guess. Just consistent points. You know what I
Okay.
mean? That's the main goal for me. It's just having someone that's going to continually put up at least 10.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, no injuries, like, no bullshit where they're getting, like, 3 points a game and then going and getting 30 the next game. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's the worst.
I'd rather have someone getting at least 10 to 15 points every game rather than,
a 33.
yeah, a flop and then,
35.
like, a blowout. I don't know. That's my opinion.
No, I agree, man. I agree. Do you think has the COVID changed your strategy as far as like your whole evaluation of draft right now?
No, I don't think it would affect anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I think all these players are going to be straight about business. You know what I mean? They're not concerned about the outside.
Mhm.
And I think that, you know, like, especially like with media and stuff, it's gonna be minimalized. You know what I mean? Due to COVID, so I think that they're gonna be more focused on sport and just go out there and ball out.
Makes sense, man. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate you joining the league, man. I want to see how it goes for you. I always like the new guys. This is a trend. I don't know why it's been this way, but the new guys always win.
Yeah.
We win.
Every year I brought a new guy in,
Yeah.
and they won.
I like to hear that.
So, if today was bad, you got something to look forward to, because for whatever reason, the new guys always seem to
But there's
kick
like
ass.
3 new guys in there, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
there's you, Fern, and
Manny.
Well, Manny's played in the years before. He just
Right.
didn't play last year. So you and Fern are brand new. So y'all are gonna jock for that. Who's the better brand new
I
guy?
gotta make it happen, man.
There you go,
Make it
man.
count.
Well, I appreciate you sitting down for 5 minutes today. On to our next guest. Thank you guys. Stay tuned. What up? What up? What up? Familiar face back on the set of the Beard Bros.
And before we start, I don't think we shouted out our sponsor, Clean House Sports Pick, in this podcast. So shout out to the Clean House Sports Picks.
Yes, sir.
Instagram, you know where to find it. Link in description. Help you out with your betting. We got our buddy Mad Manny.
What up?
What up, man? Welcome back to the league.
I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back.
Better than ever.
Yes, sir.
What's your prediction? What's a solid year for you?
Championship, bro.
Championship.
Championship or bust.
Championship or bust?
That's what
That's a
it
good
is.
question. Let's segue into that. That's been something. Do you ever feel like a fantasy football league season is ever what's the way we put it earlier? Is it a successful season if you don't win?
Not really. I mean, it's kind of a little bit if you get your money back or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But other than that,
It's basically if you can at least get to the ship, get your money back,
yeah.
you're good.
But even
Okay.
then, you're like,
Yeah.
you're tiptoeing, you're going to the championship, and then you get in the door shut on your finger, and you're like, fuck.
It always sucks when people are playing still and you're not.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the worst, huh?
It's the worst feeling.
I haven't had that feeling in like 5 years. Even
How
in
many
other
cha-
leagues,
How many championships have you had though?
0.
In his league, yes.
In my league, I've not
Bills,
won
bro.
any. In my league, I haven't won any. But in other leagues, I have won. So it's a balance game.
Oh, y'all are gonna want to win this year, though, for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a new season, man.
Mhm.
It's COVID. Has COVID affected the way you're evaluating your players?
Not really.
Not really. Like you're not thinking like, hey, I might have to take the backup to like Tom Brady.
Josh
No,
Rosen?
The only thing I've kind of thought about maybe is like maybe take like some game breakers at the end.
Okay.
Some people that really aren't thought of.
Right.
Maybe like some people that have been injured these past few years that are back in it. You know.
Yeah.
Somebody that could just come in and put like 20 points a game just like a week or two.
That'll be
At some
good.
point.
Yeah, you always want those one guys.
Yeah.
Just the one hitter quitters get you through a week.
Yep.
You know? Did you hear that they had an injured reserved spot now?
Yeah.
So we were talking about that. What do you think about that?
I don't know. It's kind of it's different.
It is
I think
different.
it's clutch, though. 'Cause, like,
It
say you
is.
have Saquon Barkley and he's out for 2 weeks, but you don't want to drop any of your players or Barkley.
That's a damn good idea. Then.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a safety blanket for everybody right now.
Especially with the COVID situation.
Yeah, with COVID, that kind of sucks. It just, it sucks because even with that, we have to change the rules.
Yep.
We basically, playoff starts week 1.
Basically, yeah, you got to be in it to win it.
Yep.
Because if you drop your first few games, oh boy,
You better hope COVID doesn't hit.
Yeah, you better hope
You
COVID
gotta
don't
be on your
hit.
toes this year. Pretty good.
Yeah, you
have
gotta
to.
be.
You have to
I
be.
mean, I don't know, man. Where do you like to draft? Where's your position? Middle, end, beginning, round?
Everybody wants to do one, but I don't like doing one, bro. I like to be like 3 through 7 at least.
Okay, middle of the
That
pack,
way,
kind
that way
of
your next pick ain't too
far
far
apart.
apart. Yeah. If
Okay.
you pick one and you pick 21 or something like that again, that's just
That's what we were just
hell.
saying.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Some people like one. Some people.
Two
I don't
of the
know
4
many-
people we've already talked to like number 1.
Yeah.
So you and the other person don't like number 1.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm confident in my football knowledge that I'm comfortable picking in the middle of that.
right.
Anywhere, I don't really care. Me neither. I don't really give a fuck.
I'm really comfortable about it.
I can pick wherever and feel confident. I've picked last. I've picked first. I've picked mid. That's why I do mock drafts.
Yep.
You know, it just sucks whenever you do a mock draft and then nobody enter it, and then they're all auto picking.
Mhm.
So then your team looks good, but it's like, well, my team looks good because nobody else is picking the players.
Yeah.
So, no, I like middle of the pack too, man. I feel like it's a safe. I don't know. I've always liked that pick. I don't always get it, but I love to get it when I do.
It's safe when you know your football stuff. You know,
Yeah.
your knowledge. To me, it's really safe for you.
it's everybody has their different strategies, man.
That and you know their matchups and all that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, some people like that first. They just get their big pointers right there, like
Yeah.
the big point guys right
Yeah.
off the bat.
I mean, it's exciting. Well, I do appreciate you coming back, man. I'm excited. You were good when you were here, and I expect nothing less of that then.
Even better now.
So I'm ready. One last prediction.
What's up?
You got a tire on. What's your prediction there?
Us?
Yeah.
We're back and we're gonna beat the Chiefs.
You agree?
Rematch.
Rematch?
Rematch.
Oh my
We're going
gosh.
back and we're gonna beat the Chiefs, bro.
Well, I mean, I don't think we've seen that since the Cowboys played the Buffalo Bills,
Mm-hmm.
and that was like in the early '90s. So
It's crazy because Niners and Chiefs are both young. And so
yeah,
that's what I want. I want them to go back and beat the Chiefs.
of course that's what you want. Okay, well,
that's my prediction.
hopefully y'all maybe y'all agree. Appreciate you, Manny. Good luck this season. I mean,
appreciate
on
you.
to our next guest, guys. What up, Ayo? Here's another
up,
one
man?
of my contenders in the Elite Worthy League.
Not the dog contest.
And I don't know how he's eating a dog.
I just scarfed 3 of them bitches down. I'm
Oh,
used to
you good?
dogs now. I'm good. Now let's go again.
Let's try it again. All right, Ayo. What's your prediction? Solid season?
No.
No? You're already down in dumps?
I think I'll be mid. Then I'm good at 5th place.
So fifth, right outside?
Well, that looking good for me. I'm looking at 4
Yeah,
1
don't feel
right
very
now.
confident in this one. I don't know.
Why? What's wrong? You're not feeling it today? Maybe the Tavon Austin
I
jersey?
don't know, man. It's a Cooper.
Oh, just kidding.
Miles Austin.
I didn't realize.
Miles Austin.
I didn't realize I
That's a
put
Tavon.
myself in like 4 leagues.
Why would you do that?
I didn't realize. I didn't know.
Well, you
I
don't
just,
know how to count?
I kept saying yes, yes. So you think I'm gonna? I might fuck up.
Yeah, you're
It's
gonna
too
mess
much.
up on at least
2.
2 or 3 of them.
Exactly. So.
Cause that's why I don't do more than 2. I used to do 4.
I used to do like 4 too, but I stopped. I only do 1. I only
But
do
they're
this one now.
they're free entries, so.
Oh, well, free entries aren't
you know,
bad,
So.
but
But maybe
Yeah.
I'll do a sleeper. Maybe I'll come in today. It may not start good, but I'll end good.
okay. Do you ever think of a season ever being successful if you don't win?
It's fun.
It's fun.
It is fun. Like
get
I
to-
fuck with it.
I
Last
get
year I
to
was.
be around all y'all. You know,
That's
talk
true.
shit to all y'all. You know, that's cool. I like
That's kind of true, huh?
that.
Like
Meet new
you-
people.
That's true too. You do. You
Yeah,
do
no, I
meet-
never met Lucas before. That was cool.
I never knew any of y'all. Surprise! Surprise! Hello. No, I mean, it is. That's a good way of looking at it. Is do you ever feel like the draft is the best part of the entire league?
Yeah, especially the live. It's pretty fun. I mean, even the online's pretty cool because you can still.
Kind of talk shit.
Yeah, and then if you're not around people, you don't know what the fuck they're gonna pick. And then
That's
when it
true,
pops up, it's
too.
like, oh fuck. But when you're right here, it's like you can kind of notice, peek on someone's papers.
That
So,
cheater over here.
I didn't mark any of my shit on my paper.
Oh my
You left your
god.
paper out there too.
This is not marked. There's nothing on there.
That was funny. That's true. Do you have a preference of selection in the round, like middle and beginning?
I'm gonna draft heavy RBs.
No, don't tell me strategy.
Oh.
Where do you like to draft? Do you want?
I don't know. I don't know how that works. We were just talking about that. Like,
So the timing is whoever had the fastest time is gonna get to pick where they want to be. So they could be fifth, they could be
right.
first.
Like I understand that, but a lot of people don't like to go first.
No, so
Yeah.
then they could pick fifth. But say your last pick, say you're
You
the
get 2
10th.
back to back, right?
Yeah.
And then first don't get back to back. Just the last pick.
No,
is-
first one too.
Well, first will in the second and third round. So once it gets back to them, they'll pick 20th and then 21st.
But I feel like if
and
you
then-
go to like fifth or last, you still miss out on some good picks in the very beginning because someone obviously gonna go for that.
Well,
player.
that's the whole point of doing something like this is to try to get the fastest time or score or whatever the case is, so you can pick where you want to be.
Like to eliminate it makes more randomness. So say you are firm or number 1, then you can pick wherever the fuck you want.
That's why
Become
I
true.
could pick everybody's name out of a hat, but is that to me fair?
That's kind of
No. Because look, you guys just tore it up on that balloon challenge. That I had never done it in my life. So you guys came in, and I guess we should have waited for everybody. But then, look, it is what it is. It's a random
Well,
game.
The guy who just did it. I mean, he's a clown. Obviously, he could blow balloons. So.
He'll be on here in a second.
Yeah, we'll ask him about his clownness.
Yeah, his new career. But yeah, I mean, so You don't really care, or you do care?
I care.
This
I
one's
care
probably
a
the
lot.
most caring
I'm just
vote
kind
league.
of-
You're like 50.
Yeah, that's a lot, man.
I mean, there's big bucks in there.
I took it when I first started fantasy from like 3 years ago. My problem was I would do good, but then I would get drunk on Saturday nights and forget about my league on
It
Sundays.
sounds like one of my homies.
And that would happen a lot to me. So then this past year, I took it very seriously, and I ended up getting third in one league, and like fourth in another league.
That's not bad.
But
That's
I
not
feel
bad.
like I'm going back to a drought spot where I might not do as good. But I'm pumped.
He's ready for that downfall. Well, I appreciate you joining the league, and I'm excited to see where you lie at the end of the season, whether it's
I'm pumped.
week 10, week 17, wherever it is. So.
I hope we could all stay friends whether I do win or not, you know?
Well, I hope so too, nigga. That's only one-sided.
I know. It's not like we.
All right, best of luck, Mofo. On to our next guest.
I'm gonna go grab me some more glizzies.
Yo, whose man is this?
What's up,
What's going on?
Big Fern?
The fucking 200 IQ fucker with the game. I see you.
Oh yeah, we just did our little draft, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, random game. This fool just comes in with the techniques.
I had to.
That was.
They said it's not gonna work.
I didn't think it was gonna work, dog. This fool blew it.
That's what they said to Elon Musk too. But guess what?
It worked.
Shit worked.
That's what's up, man. Okay, so what's your prediction? What's a solid year for you, man?
If first year last, bro. I gotta win.
You gotta win.
I gotta win. If it's first year last. I mean,
Okay.
I didn't come here to get second, third.
Well, that's good, bro. I'll give you this. I'll give this to Lucas because y'all are the two new guys. Everybody that's been new has won the league. Every year.
You said last year, Steven.
Oh yeah, he did win. He was the only person that
Broke the
first
curse.
time. He broke the curse. So maybe it's over.
Maybe it's.
But either way, you're in it to win it, huh? So basically, I guess my next question was going to be, is there ever a successful season if you don't win the championship?
I mean. Yeah, I guess technically. I mean, yeah. You mean, of course, you had a good time. You know, chilling with the boys. You know, drinking some beer, watching football and shit. It's always a good time. It's always nothing wrong with that. But
Right.
interview still want to win. You know.
Oh yeah, competitive side.
Yeah, like I mean, it's not gonna be the end of the world if I don't win, and fucking, I'm never gonna talk to all you guys.
That's what Hales.
That's what Hales
He's like, can we be friends after this?
My dad, boy.
He also said you were a clown for that trick that you pulled out there. with
I
the
know,
balloon.
boy. He said you got a new career.
Portugal Circus.
For real, we'll hit him up, dog. We got
We
connects.
got connects for you, dog. We got you.
You got a new job. They do need a clown. They even that fool said the most important thing in the circus is the clown. So
Tell them to call me.
and your name will be Big Fern Clown.
Yep.
Big Clown Fern.
Yep.
That'd be a lit name.
So has COVID affected the way you've kind of like analyzed your draft picks, your way of looking at the players? Are you drafting any different than years before?
Not with the COVID, because I mean, it hasn't really changed.
It hasn't changed.
I mean, because what are you gonna say? Like, I'm not gonna draft. I don't know. I'm not gonna draft Zeke because I think he's gonna get COVID. Or I'm not gonna,
He already had
it,
COVID.
so we're straight. We're
so
straight.
like, you know what I mean? Like,
No, I get you. No, it makes sense. I mean, I guess my biggest thing is a lot of, are you taking more backups than maybe potential like third stringers, I guess?
oh, okay, I get what you're saying. I mean, I don't think so, because I also think that if they're gonna run it kind of like the league a little bit, and I think that if a player was to get COVID, they're gonna have to shut down that entire team. So I mean, that's how I think.
See, that's kind of what I've been wondering. I don't want to see it, but I want to. If it does happen, I'm curious how it's gonna be taken
Yeah.
care of.
That week's gonna suck if your team doesn't get to play like, yeah, well, fucking Michael Thomas is like, oh, Saints got COVID.
Yeah, that might be a loss for you, like an automatic loss, pretty much.
Yeah.
Is there a preference where you like to draft, man? Beginning, middle, or end of the round?
Kitchen?
No, not really.
No,
No.
you don't care. You're just like, I'll take.
Well,
Let's
like-
just put this out there. You're most likely going to be the first. You get to pick in the first round where you want to be. You can take the first pick, the 10th pick, the middle. Most likely, he had the fastest time. Where are you gonna put your pick at?
That, bro, I was sitting in there thinking. I wasn't even really talking in there. I was thinking, trying to figure it out. Cause like, I want to be like, no, fuck that, bro. I want to pick one. I already know who I want. Like, I already know who I would take for my first pick.
Okay.
So I don't know. I've been thinking, but then it's a snake draft, so that it's gonna come.
So it's gonna
all
go
the-
like this, and then it's gonna go backwards, and then it's gonna go forwards.
Yep. I said so. I mean, I'll still get a double pick on the way back
Out of
forward.
2 and
Yeah.
3.
I said, but I don't know if I want to wait all the way to 10, all the way come back this way. Like I have to wait 20 something picks
Basically,
before I pick again. Like I don't know. I gotta try to weigh out my options to see if it's worth that one player.
Yeah, that's true. Because you're gonna get, but you'll end up with 3 top 21 players.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to look at it that way, but that's the reality of it.
Right.
So,
And I think that's what I'm probably just gonna end up doing.
hell
So,
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, man, best of luck. Appreciate you joining the league. I'm excited to see where you're gonna be at the end of the season.
Me too.
Hopefully, it's the whole season. So,
Yeah. Hopefully I do play the whole season, man.
hell yeah. All right, man. Well, let's get back to it, you guys. On to our next guest. What up, guys? Another competitor in the motherfucking elite worthy league.
My boy,
Back in it.
my Raider brother.
My only Raider brother. I don't have another Raider brother.
Me neither.
Nobody?
Nobody. They're doo doo.
That's why you're my Raider brother, because I don't know anything
I like the hat.
I do.
I gotta compliment that much. That's,
I like the jersey. I like my boy Jacobs.
This
He's
is D Money's hat, it's Little Dave's hat.
Oh,
So
that's
I
what's
just
up. For good luck.
changed it from today just for the day. So
That's what's up. Respect, little Dave.
you know.
Okay, prediction.
Expectation. Yeah, expectation.
Expectation.
Undefeated?
The Raiders?
No, you.
Oh, me?
I don't
Oh,
care
me.
about the Raiders. I
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
bring you
me?
up for the Raiders.
I don't even know. Is there gonna be a league? Are we gonna be able to finish this thing out? Or
Oh, the whole
are
season?
we gonna be able to do?
Oh, that's well. There are rules we've got. Well, I'll go over them here in a little bit, but there's going to be a little bit of different rules that
Why the COVID?
I guess apply just because of COVID.
Right.
You know, just to kind of be safe.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Like, is this thing even gonna pan out? Is it gonna be like
Basically,
the
I would
NBA?
suggest-
Is it gonna be like the MLB? Are we gonna be able to like continue the league?
Has that actually affected the way you might draft? Have you given it any thought? Or you're just going to go in normally.
Just, I mean, because I feel like it's affecting all the teams, so it doesn't really matter. Like,
So you think everyone's getting affected? So why bother with the kind of sort of?
Not even like with the teams that are allowing fans. In the
I know who my number 1 pick's gonna be.
That's cool.
Did he get a high time?
Yeah, he was one of them. He was
I
one
was
of 3.
4.
You're 4. So with 4, you're looking at you're probably gonna get a middle to early pick. What would you prefer? If you could pick anywhere, where would you prefer?
If I would be able to pick, I would want to be top 3 because that means I get at least one of the top 3 running backs.
That's what
So,
you're shooting for.
That's what I'm shooting for is 3. And so if I get 4, I'm like right outside of that. And so I'm like, fuck, I don't know. I might even go as far as to go like 10. If I get outside the top 5, then I go 10 and I just get
You're
back
10,
to back.
11. No, that makes sense. That's not a bad strategy either.
So,
I mean,
because there's only 3 top running backs that are killer. Like,
they are killers.
Those top
those
three.
3 are the guys that I trust.
you know, like
Not a 4?
No.
Not
I
King
think once
Henry?
you get out of the 4th, then you're looking at like, because then once you get out of the 4th, then you're looking at like your receivers, because then like, I mean, you can always get the same type of running back at 4 that you can get later on your second pick. I think I don't know, but like the elite wide receivers.
Yeah, it's
I think
kind
it's-
of it's a challenge. It's a challenge, but it's a challenge that I love facing. Obviously, if I could pick, I want middle. I don't want number 1 pick or 2 pick or 3 pick because then I don't want to end up with one of the guys that I don't want out of those 3 guys. There's a guy in those 3
That you
that
don't
I
want?
don't want more than the other 2.
Who is it?
I'm not saying.
Why not?
Because I hope you get him.
Nah, just say it.
Nah.
Fuck it. Just for the podcast, nobody's gonna see this until 2 weeks later.
You'll know
Hey.
right now, fucker.
Nobody else will, though.
Nah, it don't matter. The thing is there's a guy that I would rather be in middle. I like middle because I like in the middle of every round. I feel like I'm getting the middle guys of every round, and all those middle average guys are gonna be the guys that get all the way. To
So do you think your top pick is everybody else's top pick?
No.
I do.
You think your top pick is everybody else's top pick?
It kind of depends where I'm at.
I don't think mine is.
So you have a number 1 guy you would take number 1 no matter what.
1 through 10. That's my number 1.
1 through 10, you're taking that guy if he's there.
I don't think he's available after 3.
I don't. My guy wouldn't be available after 3 either.
So then
Yeah,
you would
so-
rather pick the middle.
I don't
and
even
not
know
get
if mine
your-
would be after 2.
So you would rather pick the middle and not get your
Yeah, I would rather get in the middle and not get that guy and pick someone else and get two.
So your
nice.
guy's Christian McCaffrey.
No,
Saquon.
no.
I'm just trying to guess. Who's your guy?
Oh yeah. I don't think I'm probably gonna get like 7 or 8. So it
Yeah,
don't
he's
really
gonna
fucking
be
matter.
late rounds.
So I was thinking Zeke. Zeke would be,
Zeke would be your number one.
Yeah, Zeke would be my guy.
Mine would
You
be
know, I kinda
Saquon.
I kind of left Zeke out of that.
But
So
yeah,
you're right. Number 4, maybe.
I would
running
not.
backs.
I would not be able to. Get
Who are you thinking of number 3?
Jacobs.
Oh my God,
McCaffrey.
He's not going that high.
McCaffrey. Jacobs.
You could get the
Jacobs.
same
I
looking
could
back
get-
in
I could get
round 4.
Alvin Kamara
No
or
way.
Derrick
round 4.
Henry.
I bet you Jacobs goes round 1.
2.
Yeah, to you.
Oh my gosh.
You wanna take that bet? You wanna take that
No,
bet?
you're good. You're good. Well, I mean,
Take
I
him first round, please. I'll take him second.
I appreciate you, Rob. I'm glad you're back. I'm ready and excited.
Glad
Now,
to be back.
Billy's bitch ass can hurry up.
I just got off the phone with him, so he should be here. He's at Farmers, and they didn't have jalapeno poppers.
Oh, that's fine.
I was like, dude, nobody's ready to eat. We're ready to draft.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, bye. So
He's all sad. Hopefully, he
he
brings
can't bring
fruit.
his crew, so he's all sad.
I know. I told him no.
No, you can't have spectators, bro.
Yeah, what is this?
I was gonna bring an entourage of his.
I said
bitches.
I told like Lucas there when +1 because he had his lady make the cupcakes. I was like, yeah, she can come in, but
Yeah.
he's like, I want to be focused, whatever. I was like, cool. And so I'm the same
Yeah,
way.
you don't want to
Everybody.
entertain people while you're drafting.
Well, it's rude for them, you know. Like it's like you're trying to do this and they're just sitting there all probably bored. I get
Tried
it.
to talk to other people, and other people.
I was trying to get some.
stop.
I was trying to get a fan girl and like a great girl.
That'd be lit.
I was like,
Well,
Yeah,
all right,
you're not
Rob.
that famous yet.
I
is
know.
it?
I was trying, bro. I was trying to get a fat bitch or something. Them bitches were all busy on Memorial Day weekend and
They're
shit.
like, nah, fool, we got shit going on.
Family
We're
business.
gonna be being fed grapes.
Nah, fuck not grapes. Fucking hamburgers.
Hamburgers.
Hey, you could have fed them
glizzies.
hamburger over here.
Some
Hey, so
glizzies.
I went and I made me a burger, dog, and I put the mustard and lettuce, tomatoes and shit, everything in it, and I put it together. I took like 2 bites and I was eating it. I was like, this fucking tastes weird. And then looked at it and I forgot to put the fucking meat in there, dog. I was eating the burger with just all
Oh,
the
damn,
veg.
Mr. Vegetarian.
Yeah.
Hell
Perky
yeah.
was laughing at me and he was like, dog,
Perky.
not Perky, Steven. He was laughing at me and he was like, dog, what the fuck? And I was like, I forgot to put the meat in there. He's like, I was wondering, I thought you were vegetarian, dog. I was like,
That's
nah.
hilarious. Vegetarian. Well, best of luck, Rob.
All right,
Looking
dog.
forward to it. On to our next guest.
Who's in?
What up, guys? So it's our final contestant of the 10 contestants. Billy, what's going on, dude?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just living life, you know.
Living life,
Living
supporting
life.
the Steelers.
You know, had to.
So, what's your expectations this upcoming season?
Well, for my fantasy team.
Yeah.
Well, last year I had a real down year all across the board. So I think this year I'm gonna bounce back, take it all. All
All
three
of
leagues.
it.
All 3 leagues taking it
Oh,
all.
you're playing 3 leagues?
Well, no, 2 because Rob's league didn't make. So
Trash.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
All sad.
wonder what that's like to not have enough people to get a team together.
Well, shit, I almost had that happen today. Fuck you,
I
Aaron.
just
Yeah.
Blur out the guy's name. We're not gonna put his name in here.
What's it called? So, do you ever feel like a season of fantasy football is ever a success if you don't win the championship?
You know, and that's a pretty deep question, but I would say no. You know what I mean? That's the point of trying to get your team together to win it all. Otherwise, if you don't win, then I feel like I don't know. I just feel like you lose if you don't win.
I mean, that's
but
100%.
I was saying, like, I mean, you can't be like, oh dang, I had a really good fantasy team, but we didn't pull it off. You know what I mean? You just
Yeah,
just gotta be like,
it's because it's like you don't get the same team the next year.
right, yeah, you're not gonna
And
go
even
for the
if you
same
do,
players.
I
And
mean, it's not as productive as the year before. Because you have a pretty close team right now. We're halfway through it.
Yeah, and so and I've asked this, and it seems pretty one-sided, but did COVID change like your drafting strategy?
no, not so much the drafting strategy. I don't think. 'Cause I think no players that I know of have really opted out that would have changed. They're like, oh, maybe I should not get them because they're wanting to opt out. So
Okay.
I don't think it did. Sucks that we can't go to games, but other than that,
Other than that,
yeah.
no, it makes sense, man. I mean, is there ever, like, before the draft, you know, we do our randomizing, how we can try to make it even to see who does what order. So basically you get to pick depending on how fast or how well you did in some type of game or competition. What's your preference in the first round? Where do you like to land as far as in the round? Like first, you like the first pick, you like end of rounds?
I like the first pick right off the bat. Either top 3 for sure. Want to be top 3, but
really,
that'd be my spot.
that's so crazy. A majority of people today have said top 3, top 1.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks because you got to wait all the way to come back. But you know, if you get the first pick and you take the first pick and then you come back to round 2 and 3, you get back-to-back picks. So you know you get pretty good solid 3 picks right off. I think, anyways.
No, and that was our argument. That was basically our.
I landed where I perfectly wanted to be. Well, perfect.
Yeah, I landed right where I wanted. I'm at number 6.
I'm at 10. I'm fine with it.
I'm where I wanted. It was cool. What do you think of the game that we decided to go with to decide the?
I thought I was, you know, because I came into the rush time and I didn't put much thought of it. And once I saw it get done the right way, I was like, why didn't I think of that? But
oh, we didn't do it that way either.
yeah, see, I didn't think of that.
There was only 3
yeah.
people that did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those,
Not once I would have saw. If I would have saw somebody do that, I'd have copied them too.
right.
But
It's just it was different. You know, it's just some way of because I thought, oh, if we throw a disc, we're better at that than people that haven't played disc, or if we play cornhole, then you know some people are better at that than other people. It was just it's so hard to get something that.
this is level playing across
Yes, exactly. I felt like not. I mean, Fern and them kicked ass, but I mean, I don't know if they've played before or not. But
Also, Fern hasn't benefited from getting first pick.
no, he has not benefited whatsoever.
the board. You probably wouldn't have picked up a second running back if you wouldn't have said nothing either.
No, he probably wouldn't have. But I mean, it was just pointed out. I seen it. I was like, this fool has one back. That's so funny.
But Steven hasn't picked one since round 3, I think.
Well, he had 4.
Well, yeah, he's got. Oh,
Yeah, so
That's all.
yeah, I felt the same way. I mean, I try to go. Usually, I go running back heavy.
I go
And
running back usually, you know. But I mean, Mahomes made it to the second round, and I was the 8th pick, so I was like, oh, I got to take him, you know.
Yeah.
So,
No, it's been good, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on, sharing a little bit of your thought. Looking forward to this season. I mean, we made the announcement. We got a trophy now.
that's me cool.
I'm
That's
pretty
dope.
excited. I think I'll include the draft board. We're going to take a picture, and then we'll have the trophy and obviously the payout. So at the end of the season, someone gets like 4 little gifts for the entire season.
I'm pretty sure we can get a little thing printed out of your name of the year, right?
Oh,
there.
yeah, that comes with the trophy.
Oh,
I
it
just
is?
at the end of the year, I send them what I want, and they'll send me the little plaque, and the plaque goes on there.
Oh.
Yeah,
Put my name on all of them for the next 5 years.
That's what AOC's on now. I'm gonna have to keep this shit out of my house for 24 years. What the fuck?
But
Where am I gonna put this at?
right, it's a nice piece. I think it's a decorative piece. It's like
I thought it was really cool actually.
so. Well, good luck this year. Everybody else that has been a guest so far on this podcast, you guys, best of luck to you guys this upcoming season. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. So please like, please subscribe. Also, again, just shout out our sponsor, Clean House Sports Picks. If you do any type of betting on any type of sport, link in description. Go to their Instagram. They will hook you up with a weekly, monthly, yearly subscription for your bets. They help you out picking who they suggest is the better favorite pick to make. So hit them up. Let them know that we sent you their way. You can save some money at checkout. Till next time with the Beer Bros. Later.
See you guys.
That's what I'm talking about.